I'm going to talk to you both about the mood, and then
Mm,
you're worried about your daughter, right? So the daughter, how old is she now?
18 months.
18 months. So the reason too, they are finding children are having allergies right even in the belly when you're
Right.
pregnant, because amniotic has content amniotic fluids has the highest allergens like BB and stuff. So these create disruption. So they say the highest amount of food allergy exists for younger children now. They're even doing like tube feeds,
Right.
they're putting like tube in their IV
Jeez.
and stuff, and
Yeah,
so
then they
it's
get the
like
reaction.
it's very difficult the food allergies to control. So the only
Mm-hmm.
thing that works is rotational diet. See, once the allergen sets in, takes 3 weeks for the allergy to reset.
Right.
So there is an Indian store something called clarified butter.
Mm-hmm.
It's ghee. So fatty based diet and
Right.
taking them off carbohydrates, because I think the rice, pasta, and all are carbohydrate. But if you're going to cook rice, does she eat rice? Like what type of food she likes?
She likes pasta, she likes
So if you're
chicken
doing pasta,
nuggets.
right, do it so that it doesn't fully cook. Even
Okay.
though older belief system, they'll say, "Oh, you'll get a bellyache," but actually,
It's
the
good when it's tender actually.
non-digestible pasta, so you
Mm-hmm.
need to like take it out just when it is
Right, right
done.
before it's done.
So then that tummy wouldn't digest, so
Yeah.
you wouldn't get that much sugar. See, what it is you're
The
having
sugar
such a
burns it
high
too.
sugar,
Mm-hmm.
and the pancreas is weakening, so it goes through inflammatory cycles, and then
Mm-hmm.
because of food allergy, so you fall. Then also the other thing the children lack is vitamin D. So you can even get like a vitamin D pill,
I'm gonna
or
say, can I give her those little gummy vitamins? I wonder, 'cause she eats gummies.
I think vitamin D is oil based.
Okay, yeah.
So you can actually put it into her
She likes
pudding, or
yogurt,
yeah,
yeah.
so you can put it in
Mm-hmm.
because a high amount of vitamin D will take it away. And the other way to get it in is a seaweed kelp. You can get capsules,
Yeah,
DHA.
yeah.
See, like in formula, they have both EPA and DHA.
Right.
So she needs the DHA part.
Okay.
And the one I like is moringa. Moringa oils.
Moringa.
You can go into health food stores. The
Yeah.
moringa oils has the way to reset the belly.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the way to reset it. And then there is a powder called Arabina galactone. It might be a big word there.
Yeah.
But what it does is it recultures the belly.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a galactone. It's a powder, and you get it in health food store. It's a powder, so you can mix it with your yogurt. And soy also comes. Soy lecithin, like how you said
Yeah.
avocado. Avocado is lecithin. So avocado is good, but if she doesn't like avocado, you can even mush avocado with yogurt and give.
Yeah.
Or you can do soy lecithin, which is smooth. It feels
Yeah.
like a corn type of a meal,
Mm-hmm.
and you would do arabinolactone lecithin together with yogurt and you can feed her. So
Okay.
these are some ways to reset. Glutamine is another way to reset. But this being said, about mood, we are going to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Mood swings, like you said, you were saying, you said you felt guilty that you were not in your daughter's life, and that is bothering you, right? So actually, we just did a course on Nitya Kriya Yoga. Kriya means creativity. Yoga is a path. So Nitya is eternal creative path. Okay, so that's
Mm-hmm.
loosely to translate. But each of us has 7 energy centers, which
Mm-hmm.
right? Like so, the
Yeah.
7 energy centers is how the mind swings up and down,
Mm-hmm.
up and down, up and down. So during the new moon, which is when the sky is dark, it comes
Yeah.
the mindset that comes into the heart. During full moon, the mindset that goes into the highest level, they call it
Yeah.
Sahasrara, like seventh chakra. So if you understand and eat liquid diet on the 11th day of lunar cycle, if you remember, that will reset your mood. So that is spiritually. Okay, so let's come
Right.
to grounded way. I'm going to tell you. So the mind center swinging up and down is because we live in 7 different bodies. We have 7 different bodies, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Physical body is fed by food and nutrition and what we eat and stuff. We
Mm-hmm.
have second thing called breathing body. sometimes when you drive, right, you're so zoned out, like you have no idea which body you exist in.
Yeah.
And then you are arriving at home and here
You
you
don't
are,
remember
right?
how, right?
So these are the bodies because that's the way we die. We withdraw from physical, we withdraw from pranic, which is breathing body. The breathing body is about future. You always look forward to what is it I'm gonna get? What is it I'm gonna get?
Yeah.
There is desire. That's not grounded either. That's spacey,
Mm.
right? And then the mental body is guilt. What if I had done? Oh, what if my daughter was doing? Blah 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 blah. So the breathing layer, the second layer, which is future desire, is about inhaling too much. So you're not exhaling, right? So you need to exhale.
Mm.
And then the guilt is about exhaling too much and not inhaling. So inhale,
Okay.
right?
It's
So
gonna
you
make it
need
like
to reset.
perfect, right?
So you just to even consciously breathe 1600 times per day. That's all. 1600. Get like a counter.
Yeah.
So each time some thought comes in, take a deep breath and press the
Just
button.
keep breathing.
So keep breathing 1600 times per day. Both bodies will reset. Okay. So
Really?
you are living in your mental
Will I
body
get energy?
because you're. See, the thing is, the minute the energy loss is because of thinking. The minute you don't think, you'll have super normal energy.
Mind is like
Racing. Yeah. So you're on the mental body, right? Mental body, guilt body. The fourth body is pain body. Oh my God, I'm struggling. I'm suffering. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. So the suffering body, the pain body, you need to reset by letting go of both the future guilt perspective and
Mm.
accepting pain as part of growth. Because in the
Right.
pain where you create sadness, you create depth, you
Right.
create roots. So now you're going to make more resolutions with yourself when you're happy state. When you're a sad state, you're going to break up resolutions you made. You will say,
Yeah.
this guy is a loser. I'm never going to connect with him again. You say, okay, you know what? I'm going to give him another chance because I know how painful it is for me and I'm going to give him one more chance. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So, because we have a tendency to do it the other way around. When we are happy, we break up. When we are sad, we make up. Right?
Right.
Like, so like what I'm saying is like,
No,
internally
yeah.
you actually make more resolution and whereas externally
Yeah.
it will create less. So the sadness should be the other way around. You create more resolution outside,
Right.
but inside you break up more. So essentially you're making
Control it.
more of a commitment in sadness, because in sadness we withdraw, but actually
Right.
you invite more.
Right.
So even if I'm struggling today, I'm going to get up one more time and go do the meeting. So essentially,
Right.
you're doing more activeness. But when it's an active,
Right.
in happy time, you're so manic you want to run around. So instead, that's the time to,
Yeah.
to less running around, make more resolution.
Breathe
Okay, I'm
into
gonna
it.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna commit to this.
Yeah.
Right? So breaking up in sadness inside, making up more in happiness inside would reset outside as well. It will be
Right.
the opposite of what you do. Because if you have 100 resolution when you're happy, you made inside.
Yeah.
At least if you keep up with 4, you're going to be super happy,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
So that is the fourth body. The fifth body is causal body, where we physically, like in a comatose state. So essentially working like a zombie, not getting up, so depressed, withdrawn from life. And that type of zombie nature will invite cancer, because we're telling ourselves, I am worth dying, I am not worth living.
So, yeah.
So that is what invites cancer. Cancer is physically deciding to withdraw life. Causal body is where that happens. And the sixth one is pleasure layer, which is levitation. Like when you're happy, there's no way you feel grave, right? Gravity is actually bogging you down.
Like,
Levitation, you jump up
Yeah.
there. So pleasure body.
Yeah.
But the pleasure body you can only arrive provided you work through your pain and guilt.
Mhm.
If you have not reset that, doesn't matter. How
Right.
far you go, your past is going to follow you, right?
Yeah.
So that is the thing. And the last one is any thought that comes in, don't engage with it. Just don't come to a conclusion. If thought comes in, like how you said, like you were saying something about, did I do right? I wish I had this, and
Yeah.
the problem is the wishing part is not being able to be grateful where you are at. So what
Right.
you can do is, instead of thinking the other way around, you say, hey, thank God my mom and dad pitched in, that they are taking care of her. Thank God for this blessing. So Anytime
Right,
you
could be
say,
worse.
I wish, so what you're doing is you putting yourself up on top, you put your child on top and say, okay, you know
Right.
what? I'm so grateful. Like, with all this, I learned my lesson, so I'll be a better mother to my
Yeah.
daughter, right? So that's the thought, disengage. They call it unclutching. That is like each thought, don't be like a fish, open mouth, go get caught. Let the
Yeah.
thought create feelings inside you. Instead, you just watch it. Hey, that thought I do not agree with right now,
Right.
and I'm going to be grateful, no matter where the thought sends me. And by
True.
consciously doing that, you go into that space where the mind doesn't race anymore.
Yeah.
That's the last one, the final
Oh, man.
space of peace and bliss.
I had a headache problem.
So when you have a headache, my teacher says, change your bed sheets, change your lifestyle. He says by each time consciously doing it, like change one thing about your physical life, one thing about your external life, body, because we can only be body or consciousness.
Right.
The thinking is all falsehood, because a fish can also think. Who is thinking for you? Right? You're just going with the thinking.
Yeah.
But the thinking could be the TV thinking for you, the environment. You overheard somebody say something and you agree with that and you start chatting with the thought. So essentially, thinking is all a whiff of cloud preventing you from seeing good inside and
Right.
outside.
So
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So I think by regretting something, you're not being grateful. That's the equation. Like,
Right.
even though it doesn't make sense.
Good positives.
Not even positive. Don't even see, the thing is you don't need to actively do anything.
Be grateful.
The thing is, like, wishful thinking is telling you that you are not happy. Instead, you wish you had more, right? But what you can have more when you're already stinking,
Yeah.
it's like you're having a stinking thinking.
Yeah.
So you need to clear that air first for you to apply perfume. It's like you let out gas, and until it clears how many perfume you wear, it's not gonna be
right.
So instead, let that get wiped out. Roll down your window.
I know. It's true. Right. And then, yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody does.
Especially on a long ride.
Oh, I know. Like, sorry. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Anyway, so I had a good